I wish to say a few words about our path. Our path is basically the path of the heart and not that of the mind. This does not mean that I am criticizing the path of the mind. Far from it. We feel that the path of the heart leads us faster towards our goal. Now, each individual is sincere or has to be sincere, and at the same time each individual can be wise too. Sincerity is one thing, stupidity is something else. Again, sincerity is one thing. Along with sincerity, if you have wisdom, then we can fulfill our task sooner than otherwise. So when we follow the path, the heart, we feel only one thing that is constantly required, and that is love. If there is love, there is fulfillment. If there is fulfillment, then God is bound to be there. God is there where there is fulfillment. He will never be satisfied with something incomplete, unfulfilled, unrealized, unmanifested. He wants from us realization, revelation, manifestation, and perfection. These are the things that each individual seeker has to perform or acquire in his lifetime. And if it is not possible to acquire all these things, realization, revelation, manifestation and perfection in one short span, if he cannot acquire all these things, then he has to take many more incarnations. But God will never allow anybody to remain unrealized and unfulfilled. Today it is time for you to realize God. Tomorrow it will be the time for somebody else to realize God. Day after will be time for me to realize God. There is an hour which you call God's chosen hour. That God's chosen hour, when it is chosen for you, you will realize. When it is for you, you will realize. When it is for you, you will realize. It is bound to. But now the chosen hour, we can hasten the chosen hour with our aspiration. Yes, we can go here. This is the goal. Now, I can go walking. Here, I can come. I can come on cycle. I can come here. Cycling. I can by car. I can go. Again, if I take the plane, I can come. Now, I have to know if I take the plane, I will come faster. Infinitely faster than if I just start walking. So in the spiritual life also it is like that. Something will help us to reach our goal faster than other things. And that is what? As I said, love. As this jet plane will take you faster to your destination, so also love is going to lead you faster to your destination. This love is inside the heart, not inside the mind. Inside the mind there is very limited, in a very limited measure. Inside the heart it is in abundant, in infinite measure. Now why it is inside the heart, not it is inside my mind or inside my hand, inside my fist? No. Inside the heart is the soul. Soul is not here, soul is not here, soul is not inside my shoulder, it is not inside my knee, inside my elbow, it is inside my heart here. Soul permeates, whole consciousness, the consciousness of the soul permeates my entire body. But the actual location of the soul is here, inside the heart. So soul has everything, peace, light, bliss, in infinite measure. Now from the soul, we get these divine qualities inside the heart. Now from the heart, again we can bring them to the mind. From here, bring it to the heart, then we can bring upward to the mind. So my path is the path of the heart, and inside the heart I see it is all love. My heart means our spiritual heart is flooded with divine love. Now, whenever we think of God, we think of God as something vast, something divine, something boundless, something most powerful. God the omniscient, God the omnipotent, God the omnipresent. This is our feeling of God, conception of God. But when we go deep within, we see that the conception of God that we have, God the omniscient, God the omnipotent, God the omnipresent, do not entirely satisfy us. God is omnipotent, so what? Somebody is richer than I, so what? Somebody is more capable of doing something more than I, so what? He has his own capacity, I have my own capacity. My capacity is true, infinitely less than his. His capacity is far surpasses mine. So I stay in with my capacity, he goes on with his own capacity. But what happens is that God has another quality which is called love. God the love. That quality is like a magnet. It pulls us. Mother has that love, the child runs towards the mother. The child has that love, mother runs towards this child. This magnetic pull is in the love. So God pulls us with his love, and we pull God with our magnetic love together. He pulls us with his love, and we pull him with our love. Now, so when we think of God, a seeker thinks that God, he needs God just because he needs fulfillment. He needs a feeling of inseparable oneness. And love gives that feeling of oneness. Not power, not any other thing, not any other quality of God, but it is the quality of love that gives us the feeling of oneness with God. Now inside love, other qualities grow: peace, light, bliss, power. So love is the strongest force here, because inside love everything can grow. God's peace can grow, God's love can grow, God's joy can grow, God's delight can grow, God's other divine qualities. So our path, we feel, is easier more effective in this sense. Here, you don't have to read millions of books to know what the truth is. Here, we don't have to exercise our mind day in, day out to know what truth looks like. No, truth is inside us. It is crying to come to the fore. But unfortunately, we have kept the door closed and we are not allowing the truth to come out. Now, how can we try? How can we bring the truth out of the prison cell that we have created? Again, I have to say, it is through love. Love for whom? Love for God. And who is God? It is the highest living part in us. God is not something else. God is not somebody else. He is within us. It is, when you think of God, if you can feel that our feet and head, let us see. Feet is still in his ignorance, it is under clay, and head is up above in the sky. So here, if I have to go up, I have to know that my highest part is head, and my lowest part is now the feet. But if I know the highest and the lowest are mind, and this lowest has to be transformed into the highest one day, or the lowest has to enter into the highest so that it becomes totally merged, the highest. So, in our path, we say the identification is absolutely necessary. The highest has to feel its oneness, total oneness with the lowest. The lowest has to feel its oneness with the highest. Now, highest always feels its oneness. It is the lowest that finds it difficult, out of fear, doubt, jealousy, and so forth. One who has the light, the possessor of light, is not afraid of entering into darkness, because he knows as soon as he enters into darkness, he will be able to illuminate the darkness. Now in this room, if there is no light, and I come with a torch, flashlight, immediately I know that I am the possessor, I am carrying a flashlight. The room will be illuminated. So, in the spiritual life also, when we have light, we are not afraid of darkness. But what happens, the darkness is afraid of light. Darkness feels, oh, I will be exposed. I have done many things wrong. I have told lies. I have cheated someone. I have misbehaved. Then light will come and I will be caught like a thief. I will be caught red-handed. Then darkness wants to hide. Now what can the light do? Light is coming not to expose. Light is coming to illumine and transform darkness into light. This room was unlit, obscure for a long time. Then light wants to enter to transform the very face of darkness. But darkness is afraid of light. So this is what is happening in the modern world. In spite of the fact that man needs light, men are afraid of light.